Today we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 5 Craft. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers. I'm BJ Kicks, and today we are looking at the Air Jordan 5 Craft. Now, these are an underrated general release sneaker, in my opinion. They came out a week, 2 weeks ago. They're actually still on the sneakers app and Nike.com right now. They have not sold out, but I feel like these are dope. I don't get why they're like slept on. I mean, I guess I get it. It's not an original colorway. The safety orange isn't for everybody. The mix of materials isn't for everybody, but I think all of those different things make them super dope. Another iteration in the craft series. So we're going to talk about the shoe. I'm going to show you the packaging it came in, and then I'll give you some legit checking indicators in case you're trying to grab these and you want the real thing and not, a high quality replica. You want to make sure you know the differences between this and the authentic retail product. So we're going to get into all that. Before I do, huge shout out to the homies in the description down below who sent this pair over, donated to the channel for me to review. Now, let's go ahead and start from the bottom up. I always like to start with the outsole. So this is an Air Jordan 5, and it's got the standard Air Jordan 5 outsole. So you see sort of milky, icy blue outsole here on this little forefoot area, as well as on your heel. Of course, you can poke or peek through that forefoot and you see the Jumpman logo. Here at the bottom of the foot, or midfoot basically, you've got the Jordan symbol or Jordan branding. It's not Nike because it's not an original colorway, and that's pretty much the outsole. There is a nice gray hit right here at the toe. Moving up to the midsole, you can see you've got I guess the big feature, of course, of these gonna be these shark teeth inspired by fighter jets. Love that detail on the Jordan 5. Typically you'll see a two-tone midsole, but on this pair it is all white. It's an all white Jordan 5 midsole with, of course, the Nike Air unit poking through in the back. So that's that. Now let's move on to the upper, where, like I said, I think that's where the real star of the show is, the uppers and just this mix of materials. So right off the bat, you'll notice this material, this upper is a mostly, they're calling it canvas. It looks like it's not quite canvas upper, but anyway, it's really soft. It's really soft fabric upper, and then that's interrupted by these hits of suede. It's a really high-haired suede, which is weird because it's high-haired suede, but it's also like matted, so you don't get much movement out of it, even though like it looks like you should get a ton of movement out of it. So, but you got that on your little toe cap here, as well as on the back of the shoe. Looking at the back, you got your Nike, or excuse me, you got your Jumpman logo here in, it's basically a silver. So that's nicely embroidered. Looks good. No complaints there. Looking at your tongue and lace bed, these laces are like almost like a herringbone pattern. They're like silver and white. I think they go really well with that gray hit on the shark teeth. But anyway, they're not 3M or anything. They look like they could be 3M reflective, but they're not. But it's a nice contrast piece for the shoe overall. Moving up, instead of the classic 3M Jordan 5 tongue, you've got that same canvas material from the other parts of the upper up here on the top of the tongue with your safety orange Jumpman logo. On the underside of the tongue, you've got the safety orange as well on the sock liner, and you got the Air Jordan embroidered there. And that is pretty much the show. Now let's take a look at the packaging, which will also give us our first big legit checking indicator. So my shoe actually came with this standard Jordan 5 box, and it says Air Jordan 5 Retro SE, light brown, safety orange, and sail, which I don't think that's actually the colorway. These are light Orewood brown is the official color name, but I don't know how it's going to break down on the box tag. But like I said, these came in a standard Air Jordan 5 box, and if you've seen anybody who's reviewed the retails, you'll know that there was actually a special edition box for this sneaker. It features Air Jordan Flight Club logos and branding with that sort of cement print all over. Really nice hinge box, but that's not the box that these came in. Now, speaking on legit checking indicators, there's a couple of things. The box being the biggest tell as of right now, but you know how rep companies are. They'll update that. But on the shoe itself, there's a few things that you can look at just with your eyes without comparing to another shoe that can kind of give you a little bit of pause, right? So first off is this matted high-haired suede. On all the retail shoes that I've seen, the suede is definitely a little bit more hairy and not as matted as it is on this replica that I've got in my hands. So that's one thing to look out for, just the quality and the texture on that suede. The other thing being the color. So I don't know how well it comes off here, but the color on this little matted suede is closer to gray than it is the tan on the muslin or on the canvas material. And looking at pictures and video of the retail shoes, the color should basically match. Like, it's going to be a little bit darker because it's different material, but the color should basically match. In the right light, this looks like the color matches, but in hand, you can tell the difference. It's a little bit two-toned. And apparently that's not the way it should be. And then the last thing you'll be able to look at is on the sort of canvas material itself. The retail shoes have like this little pattern on it. Almost looks like bricks being laid in a certain pattern. And this shoe doesn't have that on the tongue or on the regular canvas paneling. So a few different things you can look at to tell whether or not you've got the real thing or a fake. What I will say though is if you want this shoe and you want it authentic, again, it's available on Nike right now. Now, once it does finally sell out, then all you're left with are these. And I think most people aren't going to be able to tell because, again, it's not a very highly sought after shoe in the first place, even though this is such a dope combination of materials. I love the color. It feels like it should be a summer shoe, but Jordan 5s are kind of bulky, so I could see why it's not your first choice, as opposed to like maybe an Air Jordan 11 Low, or what are some other summer shoes we got recently? A bunch of Jordan 1 Lows coming out this summer. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would want to wear a low top for the summer, but the color, the materials on this, the lightweight on it makes it pretty much a must wear for me. So that's going to do it for me in my review. I will see you guys in another video real soon. Be sure to let me know what you think of these in the comments down below. Peace.